Hello, I am Lynndarian, and today I'm just going to speak from my heart and just kind of give an update on where I'm at right now on this journey in. Um, Awakening has been a huge ordeal in my life, and so much has changed. And I feel like there's constant change happening. It's never like a moment where I feel like, oh, I finally made it. I'm finally here. It's like you complete one level and then you're on to the next level and then you complete that level and it's like it's it has been a lot. It has been a lot. And there are some lessons that I've had to relearn and I've had to redo because letting go sometimes is very difficult. Thinking that you got a handle on things when you realize it's just not the route for you anymore. I know I had spoke about drinking and where I was with just I had been on recreational. Well, I don't know if it's recreational. It's more like getting hooked on medications and staying on them and relying on them for other things past pain. Now, in that part, I have not went back. Like, I am so proud to say that it has almost been 2 years since I have put any kind of medication in my body of any type. Um, and I was dealing with hyperthyroidism really heavily. And then just dealing with like pain in my body and things like that. And so for me, it's a huge ordeal to find natural ways to heal myself and to maintain that healing by herbals, things that come from the earth. So that for me has been a really good transition to not have to rely on medication, prescription meds, and then, just going through abusing them, getting hooked on Percocets and just relying on it. You know, I am so blessed to have released that. Um, as far as drinking, I had let it go for a while and then I was like, well, I'll just drink wine, and I'll drink it in moderation because, everything has to be done in moderation. So I felt like if I could just do it moderately, then that would be fine. And I remember one night I decided to drink a bottle of wine. I just wanted to do it. I can't explain why I wanted to do it, but I did. And it was so crazy because I hadn't been drinking. So why in the world would I choose to drink a bottle, you know? And I remember drinking that bottle of wine and I had the worst hangover. Oh my God, I think it lasted maybe a day and a half of just like feeling like trash, like feeling terrible. And I used to drink, okay? There was no hangovers. I could party with the big dogs, There was no, but that bottle of wine gave me the worst hangover ever. And even still, I was like, I'm not drinking no more. That's not going to work for me at all. Like, but I still wanted to socially drink. And so I would go out to dinner and like get a glass of wine, or go to a friend's house and have dinner and have a glass of wine. And it just like stopped doing anything for me. Like I couldn't feel any different in my body and I'm just like, at this point, I'm not in the space to waste money, so I'm not going to keep paying for that, And I remember when I just made an executive decision, like, I'm not going to drink. I'm just going to go back on the train of not drinking and just really honoring my body and my temple and taking care of it properly. Being mindful of what I allow into my temple. And when I tell you there's always temptation, there's constant temptation, you know. And I remember one day I was like, you know what, I am going to have another glass of wine. And I stumbled across, I believe it was on Pinterest, an article on Pinterest. And I started reading it, alcohol and spirituality. And I think her name is Melanie Buckler. Pretty sure she was the one with the article. And then I watched her video and she referred a book. And I can't think of the book name off the top of my head, but it said that if you drink, then it's almost like it puts your vibrational or where you are energetically at a standstill. And it takes about 10 days for your vibrations to raise. So you'll be stuck in that same spot that you were right before you drank for 10 days. I was like, oh no, I'm not. And so I remember like going back and forth with myself, like, okay, so I'll drink when I go on vacation. Those are good times to drink. I'll drink. But the more I thought about, my vibrations being stuck basically at a standstill for 10 days, I was not okay with that. And I really started going more into depth on like the spirits and how it invites spirits into your being. And I kind of was like, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. And one of my dear friends and my sister and I, we went out and we did karaoke one night, and I was determined. I was not drinking no matter what. And I didn't. When I say my energy was so high, like I feel like I had the most energy in that entire space. I was dancing and I was happy. I was laughing. I was singing. I sang terrible. They had me singing a song I didn't even know. And I was still up there singing it and being extra.com and having such a wonderful time. And it was really good because I had really reclused and went back into hermit mode. And I just like being around other energies. A lot of times it's very difficult for me because I am an empath. So I tend to take on energies. Um, But I just felt like I wanted to go dance and move my body. And, moving the body moves energy around, so it moves around that trapped energy. And we are energetic beings, so we need to be able to move around and get the energy flowing. That's why exercise is so important, get that trapped energy moving, get it moving. Um, so I had such a good time, and then I knew when it was over for me. I didn't want to over party or anything like that. I went. I enjoyed time with my friends and my sister, and I had time singing and dancing. And then I called it a night, and it was really nice. It was really, really nice. And so I realized in that moment that I don't have to drink to have a good time. I don't have to drink to be the life of the party. I just have to be in a good vibrational state, and the energy that I was giving off was infectious. I felt like people enjoyed being around me and people danced with me, and it was really, really just a good time. So I'm learning that I don't necessarily need alcohol to have a good time, and it's okay to be the person that's like, no, I'm not drinking. I would have never done that in the past. Never. I'm like, shots. Not anymore. so, um, so yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So I haven't really felt the need to drink anymore. And whenever I feel tempted, I literally go back to that 10 days of being at a plateau, and I'm not willing to do that. And besides, I want to be able to be open and get my messages, get all of my downloads so that I'm able to be the person that I need to be to help the collective and to help myself. I just want to be a better version of myself and just be the change by being me. Um, there is a guy that he sends me all of these herbal remedies and just kind of knowledge, you know. And I remember when I first started going down my fool's journey, I really, really started focusing on self-healing and making sure that I'm mindful of what I put into my body. And I think I kind of strayed a little bit on that. Um, Instead of being a vegetarian, I was a pescatarian, and I was like trying to find little ways to kind of get meat, or at least a form of meat, um, in my body. And I am so happy that he sends me all of these herbal remedies and just things that you put in your body that you don't really notice how it affects your body most of the time until it's too late, or you pass and you never knew what was killing you in the first place. So it's really nice to have people remind you of things and get you back to the basics and get you back to where you began, because sometimes we do stray away from. I think when you take in so much knowledge in other areas, you tend to leave certain things laying dormant. And so I'm so grateful for him just kind of getting me back in basically the natural remedy way of life and the way of thinking. And so that's exciting for me. Um, as far as shaking up my life, I'm basically homeless at this point. I never thought I would be, because I've been pretty responsible my whole life. I'm a caretaker. I take care of whoever needs to be taken care of. It's who I am. It's who I am by nature. But I recently felt like I needed to clear the clutter out of my life and go down a different path. And I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. And I'm still figuring that out day by day. I'm learning to live in the present moment and not really dwell on the future, and definitely not live in the past. Um, but sometimes the past has a way of coming back around and testing you again. And I've been tested by my past, and whew, having to relearn lessons is not something I want to keep doing. So I've had to do some relearning, and I've had to grow stronger by genuinely, I mean, genuinely just like knowing what's best for me, and even if it hurts another person, it's not ever my intention to hurt anyone. I never want to hurt anyone. But if it's not for the betterment of myself and the version of who I am now, I have to be okay with walking away from people, places, and things that are not serving my highest good, and um, really becoming a minimalist. I had to really go through my stuff and kind of clear the clutter out. I've given away so much of clothes and shoes and everything that's kind of like from my past life. Things that are not serving me anymore. Just kind of really going through and seeing what I really need, and not really dwelling on the wants so much. Um, Yeah, I'll get it all back eventually. Maybe not. I don't want it all back. I want my new life and what comes with that. I don't want anything from my past life. Because you cannot go into your new life with your old life. And that means a lot of times in every area of your life. And it could be your career, it could be your relationship romantically, it could be friendships, it could be family members. If they're not vibrating on the same level that you're vibrating on, you need to really be aware of how their vibrations affect you. Is it conducive to your new walk in your path and what you're putting out now? And if it's not, being okay with distancing yourself. And that part's pretty sucky. It's hasn't been fun. But I know that closing chapters is necessary in order for new chapters to open up for me. And so right now I am just kind of living day by day, walking by faith. You know, I'm not going to worry about anything because worrying only brings more worry. It attracts that. So I am being more mindful of my thoughts and extremely mindful of the words that I speak, because our thoughts and our words do create our reality. And I definitely don't want to mess up my own life by the words that I'm saying. So I've been, instead of saying, oh, I'm broke, no, I'm temporarily out of money. I'll figure it out. It's in God's hands. This is walking by faith, believing in what you don't see, and getting up in the morning, doing the routine, writing the affirmations. Um, I'm excited though because I know that when my life really takes off, it's going to be so worth it. And my testimony is going to help so many people, because I have to go through these moments in order to appreciate everything that's headed my way. And so I'm I'm open to see what happens. I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited to be here and be in this present moment with you all and share these vulnerable moments. I'm so excited that you take the time to click onto my videos and to grow with me. And if you've been going through your own things in your personal journey, I would love to hear about it. Leave it in the comments. If you like what I'm saying, leave a heart. If you want to bless my channel, bless me. The information is in the description box. I am so, so excited for the future. I love you all dearly. I'm sending so much good energy your way. And I'll be back in with another checkup. Check in on where I'm at on my journey. Um, I will continue to do my 2 card pulls on, probably I'm going to focus that on Monday through Friday and just kind of speak from my heart on Saturdays and Sundays. Thank you all for clicking on my channel. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you get notified anytime that I upload a video. Have a blessed day. Over and out. Love and light.